Hey guys, Corey from JagerWerks. I'm here with John from Modlite, and today we're going to kind of go over a little bit of basics about shooting under IR. We're going to start here today just going over kind of the thoughts behind both of our setups. I'll start here with my Noveske. So I have a Noveske 9. This is a 10.5 9mm gun. It uses Colt mags, and I use this because frankly it's the cheapest, quietest gun I can shoot quiet. I'm using this really big GSL Phoenix 147 grain subsonic 9mm through here is basically dead silent. Because I'm just kind of an enthusiast, I don't do anything in particular, you know, I'm not an operator or anything like that. I just have fun and I plink with my buddies. This is kind of set up just to be like an IR only gun under nods. So I'm running the lead and steel PB3 on our JagerWerks A1 mount. We actually just recently did the acro plate that brings the acro red dots up to a 2 1/4 height on our MRO mount. And so I'm running this diving board with a Holosun IR only LE117. And then I'm running the dual link switch from Modlite here into a gas cap on an 18-350 body. And when I'm doing night vision, I'll run an IR 940 light head. All of the other time I'm running this gun, I'll just swap this for a PLH V2. I just, you know, white light, I'm a clicky cap guy, so the gas cap works well for that. Otherwise, one button, illuminator, laser, and I can just have fun, plink, and go to town. Doing all my cable management with the Driven Arms cable management there, also running their grip, and it works really, really well for a night vision plinker.
Sweet. All right, guys. So this is my 10.5 Radian Model 1. It's just it's basically a complete Radian Model 1. It's just the upper and the lower are different colors. So I have a black lower, FDE upper, starting from the back, Magpul SLS stock, running a JagerWerks charging handle here. It's super aggressive. I love how easy it is to get in here and kind of hook it when I need to. Optic mounting system. I have an EOTech EXPS3 on the JagerWerks A1 Optic Mount. So the reason I love this optic mount is especially when I'm running a laser like this L3 NGAL, it helps me get the optic up to the height that I prefer, and it helps me get my laser off the front end of my gun, back behind my support hand in a better location so that I can have my hand way out front on this gun, instead of kind of making things cumbersome, having a laser and my two switches way up here, taking up all this room on the front end of my gun, and then having to move my hand back, mess with length of pull, and all that stuff. So running a flat mod button light, running to the NGAL, and then I have the HRF ramp, which puts your mod button light at like, I think a 37-degree angle. It helps me kind of understand which button is which and which button does which, instead of having to look and see and having two flat buttons and maybe being able to make that mistake, especially when the lights go off. It helps me kind of have that tactile feel and knowing which button does which. So mod button and the ramp is running to a gas cap on my 18-350 Modlite, running the dual fuel OKW head. I'm running the B&T Rotex X compact can. Works pretty well on this short gun. It's kind of a lightweight system. And yeah, this is my kind of dual intro to night vision gun that I love to shoot. I love how balanced everything is, especially with this A1 mount. It helps me get all the weight back over the mag well instead of having everything out front. I can move and shoot with this and do target transitions with this gun extremely easily. And it's very wieldy. And yeah, so that's what we're going to be shooting today.
Another really interesting fact about how his is set up right now, this is actually becoming more common. We make two heights of the A1 mount Picatinny riser, and this is actually the absolute co-witness version with the lower third co-witness EOTech optic, and that'll bring your optic height to about 2.5 inches instead of 2 1/4. He's running a lot of different risers, and he just likes it to be a little higher the way he runs the stock and stuff. But I know some Teams guys that are doing this. They just preferred it to be higher. Some people don't like any occlusion at all, and certain lasers on the pick rail can get kind of in your window. So bringing it a little higher is just an option that some guys have chosen to have no occlusion at all of your optic. and get that a little bit higher. We're going to go to the range here now and talk to Zach. We're going to go over some very basic passive active aiming things, and then we'll probably run some drills. So we'll see you out there.
Sweet.
So talking about night vision, talking about passive aiming, active aiming, you really need everything to really do this properly, right? You got to be all in. So you got to have nods, you got to have some sort of optic, and some sort of laser aiming device.
Okay.
And basically, the easier way in some aspects is active aiming. And active aiming is when you are aiming with the laser. Passive aiming is when you're aiming with the optic. Active aiming, you have laser, IR laser, vis laser, and IR illuminator. Typically, that's what this D-Ball A3 has.
Okay.
I also have a Modlite, like a white light here.
Yep.
So I can do vis override with this particular setup with these mod buttons.
Okay.
So you can do white light and has the vis override right now. And you can do IR, which is on right now.
Got it.
Can't see that obviously because it's IR unless you look at through the mouse.
Right, yeah, okay.
So for the most part, everything we do will be active aiming. You still want to operate your infrared stuff like you would a white light, momentary,
right.
quick on and off, make movements, etc.
So it's like applying light discipline to the same thing. Yeah, okay.
Exactly. So passive aiming, typically, if you don't have a IR device, you would passive aim if your IR device went down, or if you are aware of a situation where you know somebody could see you using the active aiming device, the IR laser, the IR illuminator, so you would just maybe go directly to passive aiming.
Got it.
So there's a couple of drills that I like to do. The one that we're going to do here is basically a transition drill. So we're about 10 yards from this paper right in front of us. This is a storm training consulting target. And then I've got a steel USPSA size target downrange about 25 yards, 30 yards, okay?
Okay.
So basically what we're going to do is we're going to aim in at the steel and do one shot to the steel, transition to the paper, shoot center mass in the 8-inch circle in the center of the high thoracic area. This is where you gotta slow down a little bit at distance, or at least know and get good identification on what the target is downrange.
Yep.
And then move over to the paper where you can throttle down and go a little bit faster. But your holdover and offset is going to come into play closer distance.
Right.
If you have the like a constant zero, which I have with my setup. So
got it. Okay.
So it's simply one shot, transition to the paper, 2 shots. Start off at the steel, transition to the paper.
Okay.
That's simple.
Yeah. Okay.
And you can do that like repeating several different times. Another thing you can do is start on the steel, go to the paper, and move back to the steel.
Okay.
So why don't you step on up here?
Okay.
So one shot to the steel, transition, 2 shots to the paper.
Okay.
On the command of threat.
Okay.
Threat. Again.
Okay.
Threat. Okay.
Stand by.
Again.
Yep. Stand by.
Threat. Very good run. One more time.
Oh, sorry.
Yep. Threat.